Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Three news stories. Firstly, another round of talks between the Prosperity Party and the Tigray People's Liberation Front. What was discussed? The two met in Mekelle today. Secondly, another YouTuber has been arrested in Addis Ababa. Several have been detained in the last few days. Why was this YouTuber, a female, arrested? Thirdly, Sudan, rapid support forces, Sudan's military, both showing no willingness to be part of talks, which were due to start earlier this month. What is happening there? What is the reason? Both parties are not showing readiness. What's the reason? Firstly, viewers, TPLF, Tigray People's Liberation Front, main political party in Tigray and the ruling party in Ethiopia, Prosperity Party, held third round of talks today in Mekelle. They started from Mekelle. First round of talks was held in Mekelle. Then second round was held, I think, in Addis Ababa, and now third round of talks again held in Mekelle. What did they discuss? The party, Prosperity Party, was represented by Adam Farah, deputy chairman of the Prosperity Party. He's from the Suma region of Ethiopia. TPLF was represented by people like Robertson Gabriel Mikhail, the chairman of the party. Fatlever Gabriel Gizabr was there too, deputy chairman. Gita Choreda was there too, Tigray interim president. What did they discuss? And why are they meeting? They're meeting to discuss mainly political issues like reinstatement of TPLF's status as a party, then adjustment of Prosperity Party in Tigray, and adjustment of TPLF on federal level, election not held in Tigray, so far election will be held. Representative from Tigray will be part of House of Representatives. Tigray has no share in the federal cabinet, so lots of issues are being discussed. Then Pretoria, obviously, the main issue, Pretoria implementation, humanitarian situation in Tigray. Lots of issues need the engagement which is happening. But this engagement is on a party level. It's not on government level. It's on party level. The party talks are being attended by Tigray interim president. That is why we say that TPLF and Tigray interim government both are two sides of the same coin. Main political force in Tigray is TPLF. There is no strong opposition, or opposition is not allowed to be strong. Why, by the way, why is that the federal government or international community don't give importance to opposition parties of Tigray? Because some of these opposition parties have very extreme agendas. They want a greater Tigray. They want Tigray to be an independent country. Who will support such demands? Will Addis Ababa support that? Will Washington support that? Will Brussels support that? No one will support that. That is why TPLF is more acceptable for international community than the opposition parties. And some say these opposition parties are backed by TPLF. TPLF deliberately launched these parties with very high-end, in some cases, extremist demands, so that TPLF becomes more acceptable to international community. There is no genuine opposition in Tigray, just one party. So the two parties met in Mekelle and they talked about the Pretoria deal and the situation in Raya and Western Zone. And Ethiopian state media published a statement after this meeting. The media said the two parties agreed that what happened in Raya should not have happened. The state media is not accusing TPLF or Amhara militias, Amhara provisional government leaders in Raya, but it just said that the two parties, PP, TPLF, agreed that what happened in Raya should not have happened, and they decided to work closely to implement Pretoria and to refrain from any provocative statements and work in collaboration for peace and prosperity. So today's meeting, I think, mainly focused on security issues and Pretoria. That's what we can say, reading the statement from the government side. It did not focus on political issues, I think, which will be addressed in next sessions. Because in coming days, we'll see developments about Raya, Salamti, Western Zone. That is what we heard from Tadase Varadi a few days ago, that by the end of first week of June, the issue of Raya will be settled. By the end of first week of July, issue of Salamti will be solved. That is why the two parties met, because key decisions about disputed territories are going to be made. It seems that the status quo in Raya has been accepted by the federal government. Status quo is that Tigray has taken control of large parts of southern zone, excluding a few important places like Alamada city. We can say either ENDF is complicit or it is unable to stop TPLF. That is why almost entire southern zone, not entire, almost entire, under Tigray control. What will happen in Salamte, in Western zone, that remains to be seen. Again, I would say Prosperity Party does not want any other major players to be active politically in Tigray. It is backing TPLF. And that's what TPLF wants. TPLF wants, obviously, single party rule in Tigray. Federal government maybe wants that too, because it's easy to talk to one party than talking to more than one parties. So talks between TPLF PP showing that one party rule on federal level, one party rule in Tigray. Then was another YouTuber has been arrested in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital, several arrested in the past few days. The government said that YouTubers are making up stories, spreading false stories, spreading propaganda, making money, making videos against Ethiopian culture, Ethiopian religious practices. And these YouTubers are dividing people. They are a source of conflicts. They should be brought under law. Gannath Girma has been arrested. And the police in Addis Ababa says that the lady claimed on her YouTube channel that she raised thousands of children. That is why, and it was a lie. She never raised thousands of children. Maybe she wanted to collect money. That is why the police took action, and Gannath Girma has been arrested. Yes, I think these YouTubers cannot use the platform to just make false claims, spread propaganda, and earn money through spreading false stories. It should be curbed. YouTube should take action. Government obviously can take action too. Lastly, viewers, Sudan, where it seems that both parties are not willing to resume talks. Since April last year, when war broke out in Sudan, we've seen several rounds of discussions in several countries to diffuse the tension, to put an end to the war in Sudan between RSF, Hamdan Dagalo, and Sudan military of Abdul Fattah al-Burhan. Several regional players are involved, international players are involved. In Sudan, there are internal players, tribes, political parties, Charter for Sudan, Taqaddum, RSF, Sudanese military groups, Juba, peace deal signatories, tribal leaders, then regional players, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Egypt, South Sudan, Chad, Libya to some extent, to UAE, Saudi Arabia, US, Russian sent a minister to Port Sudan a few days ago. Russia offered to give weapons to Sudan. So lots of issues in Sudan. Earlier this month, talks were due to resume between the Rapid Support Forces, Sudan military, in Saudi Arabia. So far, no sign of start of talks. Tom Perriello is US Special Envoy to Sudan. And yesterday, he disclosed why talks could not start, because in Saudi Arabia and US both have been monitoring talks between RSF and Sudan military. Several rounds held, several ceasefire deals brokered by the US and Saudi Arabia between RSF and Sudan military, violated to no permanent ceasefire agreement so far. Tom Perillo said that formal invitation letters have been sent to both parties, RSF and military, for talks, but both are not showing willingness. Why? There is deadlock over Al Fashir, the main city in Darfur, North Darfur. RSF have laid siege to Al Fashir, fighting in the outskirts of Al Fashir, military conducting strikes. So it is the military and its allies are in control of Al Fashir city. RSF around the city, trying to make inroads, clashes, small scale around the city. Civilians died too. RSF wants to take control of Al Fashir before sitting at the table. If it takes Al Fashir, it would be in a better position. It would have more leverage at the table. So in the military, its allies say, we won't let RSF take Al Fashir. Rather, they are planning to push RSF out of areas in Al Jazeera state, other states too. There is deadlock. Both are pursuing military agendas. That is why both are not interested in resuming talks now in Saudi Arabia.